So I'll tell you what has been coming in the media and what is being alleged. Uh, so there were loans worth thousands of crores that were passed from Yes Bank to Reliance Housing Finance Limited. And some of those loans, which it was observed in RHFL, I'll call Reliance Housing Finance Limited as RHFL. The corporate loan book grew from approximately 3,800 crores to close to 8,700 crores within a span of 1 year from FY18 to FY19, right? And it was observed that many of these loans, like around 65% of these loans, were sanctioned on the same day of approval, sanctioned on the same day of application. So what typically happens is when you apply for a home loan from a bank, it typically takes 15 days to 1 month to approve, those kind of loans. But in this case, there were just, double-digit loan applications which were approved on the same day, and some of them around 25 to 26% of them were disbursed on the same day of application. I'll tell you the exact amount also, and this was disclosed in a SEBI order. So around 1,941 crores were disbursed to the account of the borrower entities on the date of application itself. Now, what happened? What is being alleged is that these funds were diverted from RHFL to group companies of the promoter of the bank, which sanctioned this loan, which is Rana Kapoor in the case of Yes Bank. So what happened was what is being alleged is that all these processes were bypassed to give benefit to Rana Kapoor's entities and Rana Kapoor himself to get some kind of kickback. So, what is being, surfaced in the media reports and the SEBI report, it's being said that loans were given from Yes Bank to entities which had very weak financials. So, for example, I'll try to, dumb it down for the larger audience. If you do not have income, or if you have, a lot of loans, there will be no NBFC or bank which will give you fresh loans. But in case of these companies, there were very poor financials that were being observed, and still loans were being passed on to them. And at what speed? We were just talking it about, like, the loans were approved on the same day of application, and there's a very strong process which is typically observed in cases of loans of more than 5 crores. All those processes were bypassed in RHFL, and then these loans are being, like, it is being alleged that these loans were then transferred to group entities of the borrower and Mr. Rana Kapoor's entities as well. So this is basically the modus operandi. Like, loans in the first place weren't supposed to be sanctioned, and once they were sanctioned, they were given to entities which did not deserve it. And there were related party transactions, of course, involved in this process. So this was done to just divert from funds from, indirectly from depositors' money of Yes Bank to other entities, and there were people in between, including the promoters of Yes Bank, who were uh, who were benefiting from this diversion of funds. While it is tough to say how much did they lose, but as per media reports, Yes Bank had given 3,000 crores worth of loans to RHFL between FY18 and 19, or during FY18 and 19. So, like, of course, there was the SEBI application order that had come in, and since RHFL used to be a listed company, and there are other group companies also involved, that is why there were some complaints which led to SEBI investigating this. And there are multiple orders that are going against the Anil Ambani group as a whole on these all cases where loan diversion and loan fraud is being investigated. And a few days back only, SBI tagged Reliance Communication and Mr. Anil Ambani himself as a fraudulent account. But this is not the first time he's being labeled as that by banks. This happened in the past as well. But of course, thousands of crores of public money, which is depositors' money, was diverted to these entities. Now, it is not correct to say that depositors' money was lost. Of course, no depositor lost their money in SBI or in the case of Yes Bank. But eventually, if these state-run banks are, losing money because of these defaults, then they are going to be recapitalized by the government. And from where is the government going to recapitalize these uh, public sector banks? It is from the taxpayers' money. So it is the taxpayers' money that gets lost in this process of loose regulations and fraudulent diversions. While all of this, I think it's already been accounted for. All these things have already been accounted for. The numbers are already out in public, and it's not something new. It's just a regulatory action that has been taken right now. Uh, I think Yes Bank has already gone into a process of insolvency, bankruptcy, and SBI took over it long back. SBI-led consortium of banks and other entities have already taken it over. So all of that loss has already been accounted for, is what my understanding is. However, this is not any investment advice. Since these companies are listed, please don't consider all of what I'm saying as an investment advice.